right, parents, do your kids know Molly? She may sound harmless, but she's illegal. And
the people that are taking Molly don't really know what they're taking.
And side effects include agitation, panic attacks, anxiety, and hyperthermia.
It's wildly popular with mainstream teenagers and college kids.
It's a dangerous drug that's taken on an almost human.
And studies from the last 3 years show kids are seeing
a red flag should go up if parents hear their children talking about hanging out
Molly
with
is sweeping the club and concert scene, and now it's making its way into the hands of teens.
It often tricks the brain into thinking you don't need fluids. So people literally die of heat
And this
stroke.
patient wishes she had never met Molly.
Well, Molly started in the underground rave scene, but now it's wildly popular with mainstream teenagers and college kids. If you're a parent, you need to know about it. First, you'll hear what your kids likely think of Molly, and then you'll hear the truth.
It's made from several different drugs, but the majority that we've seen in this area, it's been based with amphetamine or some type of methamphetamine.
Molly acts as a stimulant and a psychedelic. After being inhaled or eaten, it floods the brain, making users feel euphoric and full of energy.
Molly is short for molecule and sold under the premise that it's the purest form of ecstasy, pure MDMA.
Molly is sweeping the club and concert scene, and now it's making its way into the hands of teens and college kids. It's a drug that every parent needs to know about.
It's like a special occasion drug. These EDM concerts are just perfect settings for that because, you know, you have like thousands of people next to you who are also on it, and you have like a low probability of like being like pointed out by a bouncer or the security guard.
Raves are making a comeback, and along with them, dangerous drugs that some kids think are actually safe. One of them, the pure form of ecstasy called Molly. It's growing in popularity and getting even more attention now after something Madonna said at a recent concert. Tonight, how easy it is to get and why Molly can kill.
Just like powder, and either you stick it in your gums or you just put it in a water bottle. Like the first time I did, I just put it in a water bottle, drank it on a Subway.
Molly acts as a stimulant and a psychedelic. After being inhaled or eaten, it floods the brain, making users feel euphoric and full of energy.
If you like bouncing around and being crazy, and it's a party drug.
We spoke with a patient at Gateway Rehab who said Molly gave her a huge high.
And studies from the last 3 years show kids are seeing and using, up 66% in Arizona, blowing away the national average.
Parents need to pay extra attention because the main group that abuses this drug are high school and college students.
The Drug Enforcement Agency and several local police departments confirm that most Molly users are teens and college-aged kids. Many of them, like our student, aren't typical drug users.
We kind of call it generational forgetfulness.
Shelley Mowry with Drug-Free AZ says ecstasy use dropped in the mid-2000s, but kids coming of age are discovering it once again.
This is a new group of teens that maybe hasn't been educated on what are the harms of using ecstasy.
causes brain damage. It can cause dehydration. Your organs can shut down.
And side effects include agitation, panic attacks, anxiety, and hyperthermia. And a lot of those cases end up here in the emergency room. The DEA says between 2004 and 2009, they saw a 123% increase in ER visits because of Molly.
It often tricks the brain into thinking you don't need fluids. So people literally die of heat stroke.
The effects of this drug only last 3 to 4 hours, and it has no smell. Narcotics officers tell me there are still ways to tell if someone was high on Molly's. First, they'll be slightly dehydrated and need to drink a lot, and could become withdrawn or paranoid when that high drops them low.
But safety in numbers is not the only appeal. Molly is also the star of lots of hit songs, even getting a shout out from pop icon Madonna at a festival in Miami a few months ago.
David, this illegal drug is called Molly, so pretty name. Experts say, though, some of the appeal is actually in the name, and the problem growing so much in our area.
Dr. Neil Capretto says the name Molly is more of a marketing tool.
It's being very much glamorized in pop culture.
Police and drug experts say raves are back, this one in Phoenix just last weekend. And so is the drug that often fuels them, Molly, the street name for the pure form of ecstasy called MDMA. In March, Madonna asked a crowd at a concert if they had seen Molly. The crowd went wild.